Hello guys, welcome to PK Summoner's War. Today we're going to talk about a video about how to survive in R5. This is a video for players who's struggling just for surviving in R5. Okay, and I got like 3 teams. One is the most reliable one, which is here. Okay, let's talk about the slot wise. Okay, so basically you will want 2 healers, 1 cleansers, and that's 3 spots taken already. So, and 2 monsters, at least 2 monsters gonna be front, right? And which leaves your DPS or utilities for the last spot. So for this case, in this case, I got these 3. That's Colleen and Bella, the 2 healers, okay, and 1 cleanser. Alright, so basically you want your cleanser to be fastest, okay, and it's gonna be like 70, at least 70 resistance. Otherwise, you got stunned a lot. So that's about this. And Colleen is the we'll talk about rune later. Okay, so let's talk about the tanks. So I want Darien, I want this damage reduction, which is very good in raid. And the reason why I choose Brian, because some of my team members might not survive. Okay, so even this Darien might die because he's in front line, and this damage reduction doesn't cover himself, so himself doesn't have this damage reduction buff. Okay, so those 2 are front, and which is my Hua as DPSer at last spot here. Okay, let's see. The only reason you can die is about the 3rd jump. Okay, so anything previous to 3rd jump is okay. So this team, let's talk about the good side about this team. This team is very stable. Okay, so look at this. Darien is on below half HP already right now, right? But even if this Darien or Hua died, Brian can just revive it, okay, with everybody like pretty even HP. Okay, so that's the good side about this team, is very stable. But the downside about this team is the damage. Okay, it's time to jump. Okay, I will show you later after this jump. Okay, the jump didn't do much, but we gotta have this attack debuff on the boss, otherwise we're just gonna wipe. Alright, so my Bella should be ready to heal. Yes. Okay, the good side is very stable. The downside is the DPS is not very high. Okay, so the runes about this. Okay, so the first important thing is the violence set. Lisa, with your cleanser, you want your cleanser to be violent. The more speed, more better. And the resistance at least 70. Okay, so with the resistant leader, your resistance gonna be 100. And I wanted to run Lisa on front line, but with this stats I can't. So that's about the cleanser. And to the healer, this one, take a note that I didn't ruin my Colleen violent. Instead, I ruined her 2 revenges and 1 broken. Okay, because this skill, the first skill, the most important one, okay, decrease enemy's attack power. This one is the most important. And why no violent? Because we only have like 16 turns, and basically you want this your cleanser to go for that violent procs, and Colleen, which is the third skill. I mean, this Colleen, the heal is only 3 turns. Okay, so it's not big deal. But the second one, the second healer here, I ruined Bella violent. Why? Because this skill, this heal, the cooldown is 4 turns, a little bit longer. Okay, and why violent? Because Bella is a smart healer. Unlike this Colleen, she just heal whenever she wants to, right? Okay, let's look at the third jump. Okay, see the Bella only uses this heal when it's needed. All right. Okay, let's talk about these two front line here. Alright, so my team only have 2 monsters in violent. One is this Lisa cleanser, one is this Bella. Alright, so only 2. Let's talk about Darien. So Darien is on 2 revenges and 1 endure. Okay, so what I do is I want resistance on Darien at least 70. Okay, because I don't want to get Oblivion so much. So if he got Oblivion, this skill, it's just no use at all, right? So I ruined him HP, defense, and defense. So I ruined him 2 defense and 1 HP. So 28 is good enough for HP. Okay, but defense should be a little bit higher because it doesn't get the buff, the damage reduction. He's passive. Alright, so that's about Darien. No violent. Okay. Alright, and talk about this Brian. Brian is just a beast. It's a beast. Brian is a beast on in front line. Okay, so this look at the HP is about 29. Yeah, it's almost 30. Okay, 29. And the defense is about 1900 defense. Yeah, more than 1900 defense. All right, the resistance, we don't need resistance on Brian. Okay, so I ruined him defense, and slot 6. Oh come on, so laggy, and HP. All right, so basically he doesn't need speed. This Darien doesn't need speed, only needs like defense, HP, and resist. The Brian doesn't need resistance, but Darien need resistance for sure. All right, so and which leaves the last monster, Hua, here. Okay, Hua, no violent on Hua. You don't want extra turn on Hua, but what you can do is you can do 1 revenge. Okay, 1 revenge, so she got the chance to revenge on the boss. The speed as high as possible. Don't make her like too squishy, she will die. Okay, I can put her on like 81% rate, critical rate is pretty good, but I want her speed to be faster. I can make her 81 critical rate, but I use this rune instead because of the speed. And also I can always jam if I got the stone, the enchanted stone, to get critical rate. For example, now my critical rate is 70%, so I need 81% critical rate, which I need 11% more. And see, so this one doesn't have critical rate at all. Okay, so we can jam critical rate on this one. We can also jam critical rate on this one. This one doesn't have a critical rate. All right, so that's about this team. See, the third jump is already over, and we're in pretty good shape still. Okay, the most important thing again is about this attack debuff. All right, so Bella, look at Bella, is so smart. She only uses her heals when it's needed. All right, so look at the damage. This guy, the first one, the damage wise, this team is not as good, but look at the assist. Look at us, holy crap, the assist. So total, yeah, the total overall I got 47% overall. This team is reliable because it's more tanky, and also it provides a lot of those debuffs which we need. Okay, and we don't go for the runes. We just look at the screen and look how smooth this team is. Okay, so remember, this video is only good for players who's struggling for survival in R5. Okay, so about this team, this one is pretty easy to get, and as well as Bella and Darien, those three is very easy to get. Okay, so what you need is Brian, but Brian can be replaced by like Fire Panda or something like that to be frontline. Okay, and Lisa can be replaced by Konomiya or something like just cleanser. And the thing about Lisa is Lisa's cleanse is about 4 turns CD. Okay, so if you're running like Konomiya, it's only 3 turns. The CD is only 3 turns. All right, enable. Okay, the Water OG is actually 3 turns as well, and she's from what I heard is she's a smart cleanser as well. So Water OG is really good. Okay, and Hua. Okay, so the only thing about is if you have Hua, you can do this team. Another thing is, it's wrong to think about if like I put 3 or 4 monsters in front line, even though their defense is not as good, you can survive. That's wrong. That's totally wrong. Okay, even though they share damage, but if your frontline defense monster, like all 4 or even 1 or 2 of them is pretty low, like we say around 1,000. Okay, even around 1,000, you will take a lot of extra damage on those 1 or 2 monsters on front line. Okay, and your healer, even your smart healer, will waste her, like for example Bella will waste her heals on your front line monsters. Okay, so don't do it. If you can do it, just do 2 very tanky ones on front, and that's good enough. Okay, in this case Brian and Darien. Okay, that's about that. Let's almost the time for the 3rd jump. Let's see. Okay, we got the attack debuff, slow and glancing, everything. Okay, third jump is coming. Boom, 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 boom. I think we're in, yeah, so we're in good shape. Okay, so after third jump, this attack debuff, you gotta learn this attack debuff as soon as possible. Alright? So even my Darien die, that would be okay, because my Brian haven't used his revive once, even once in this run. Right? So after the third jump is nothing else. It's just that. So see the damage? Still this guy is the first, and the assist, I'm the first. So the overall, I'm the first. Okay, so this is my most reliable team. Alright guys, I got a second team and the third team coming up for the next video. Those teams are not as reliable as this one, but it do more DPS. Okay, but still relatively reliable. Okay, thanks for you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next video.
Cold never bothered me anyway.